Okay. Means so people see the replay because again, I'm going to start putting all my live chats live. This place is a total disaster. Reflecting right there. And just stuff everywhere. I'm pulling the stuff out, throwing stuff away. I must have thrown away about 200 pounds of stuff so far. Finding boots that I haven't seen in a while. Yes, boots. Winter is a coming, and boot season is almost among us. So I've been trying to get everything cleared up. I bought these here at Walmart. They're normally 75 cents or 69 or whatever for 10 cents a piece. They open like that. I can put various screws, just little stuff that flies all over the place in there. They stack onto each other. Show you. See, I thought I had bought 5. Apparently, just bought 4. Unless there's one on the couch somewhere I didn't find yet. But I will show you what I did with my I'll be putting out a video in a day or two. Hey, whoever that is. Say hello. I'm just over here talking. Being as though this is going to stay on the whatever. Say hello. I'm a little bit early. I'm like an hour earlier than I'm normally. Hey, you're the only peep here. Or I'm the only peep here. I was just thinking about you. I think your package is going to go out on Monday. Nothing spectacular, but might be interesting to you. It might not. Hey, whoever else is here. Come say hi to Kabuki Wookie and myself. He is at an auction, I hope. Trying to get something to live in. An auto auction. They have one every Friday night. So it goes from, I think, 7 to 11 Eastern time. So right now it's almost 9. So unless he buys something and comes home early, I don't see him coming on till later on. So he might pop on his phone while he's at the auction. Who knows? You never know with him. But are you enjoying your time back to work now that the season is over? Hello, whoever's there. Did I freeze or something? Or Did you leave Wookie because Bucky's not here? I told him, I said, it just won't be the same without you tonight, but he's got to find a place to live. So there's ambulances going through, shuttle buses and stuff like that. If you can get a shuttle bus for $1,500, then that's a good deal. Is that a? Oh, okay. I thought you had disappeared. Anyway, I was thinking about you today, trying to find a box to send your stuff in. And everything is new, uniquely Texas except for one thing. I really didn't have time to go to a flea market to find something really uniquely Texas or something that might really interest you, but it is what it is. Well, I wish whoever was here would say hello, but that's okay. They can listen if they want to. Eventually, people start joining in. So, are you watching that dog anytime soon? What's his name? Her name? I can't remember her name. Dog sitting. I was going to try my bathtub today, but decided against it because I can't decide because I don't have hot water, so I don't want to. I'm thinking I don't want to heat my hot water up on the stove, so I'm going to go put it up in the bathroom at the RV park. Hey, Alice, you didn't get a notification. Well, that stinks. How you feeling? Well, they have showers in there, and painful. Well, bless your heart. I'm sorry. The same part as your leg that they've been messing with? They haven't given you a shot yet, have they? How's little Ginger Snap doing? Okay. Well, that's good. That way you don't have to travel. Your cats won't freak out. I I don't know how Coco's going to take this traveling when I get her. I wish I could have kept Zoe, but um, she's at a good ranch in Montana. She'll come out eventually. Coco's probably going to be hiding too. She's only like 4 pounds. She's a real little dog. She just looks bigger because of all her hair. She's a long howl. Well, that's good, and probably poops at night while you're sleeping. Wookie must be eating or something. He's awful quiet tonight. Oh, well, that's what they named Coco. She's a Cocoa Brown, long haired Chihuahua, and she's fixed. So she says, "You want her pedigree paper?" Oh, okay. She says, "You want her pedigree papers?" And I said, "I'm not going to be breeding her. I don't need her pedigree papers." I guess she's AKC registered or whatever, but who, what are we having, Wookie? So I get her Monday. When Zoe was here, she ripped the screen out. And I want to be able to open the door when Coco's here to get some fresh air in. And I won't be able to do that with that screen like that. Clyde will never jump out, but Coco would. She's a feisty little thing. But that's her name is Coco. That's what they name her. I might call her Coco Pop. No, what I did was I ordered a doggy, uh, uh, like Nomadic Fanatic has for his cat, a doggy carrier, a stroller. Boy, my mind is. There you go. Thank you. I remember you would have helped real well, but I remember just before you typed. Anyway, but she what I'm gonna do is walking, when I take him out walking, I'm going to put one on the leash to walk next to the stroller, the other one in the stroller, and then when they do their business, I will take the other one out and put the other one in. That way I don't have to mess with too much. I'll get support while I'm walking and maybe be able to walk a little further because I'm holding on to something with both hands. They have some real cheap ones, but I didn't want to buy the real cheap ones. I think the one I bought was $50 or something like that. It's coming on Tuesday. And we're going to fix the screen this weekend. So Rachel and I've got to roll the screen right there. She's an adorable little thing. There are strollers for cats and dogs. Yes, sir. Now, Wookie's been learning so many new things here lately. And sorry about my hair. One, I wanted to show that it wasn't real thin like it looked because I got it shaved here. Another, I didn't put a ponytail in, I put a beret in. Yes. It's got a zip up thing and you can cage it. There's a screen on it and they can lay down while you walk them. Yes. You'll see it on Tuesday. It's a lot of people do. They can go in. See, you can't take, in some stores, you can't take your critters with you unless you got them in a stroller that's or a container that's closed. What's the world come to? We're a pet orientated. Yes, I will. I was going to do an unboxing of the tub, but I just showed you all the box before. So, but yeah, it's a blue cat straw. Well, thank you. It's up in a, what are these things? These clips? You can't hardly see them. I can't put a ponytail in because my arm won't stay up that long enough. But it stays, look, long enough things. And the more, oh God almighty, and the more I use it, um, the the better I get. And to tell you the truth, it hurts more down here than it does where it was broken. So that's beyond me. I don't understand. I don't understand at all. Yes, they do. When a female dog goes into heat, they put a diaper on her nowadays. Look it up. Trust me. Yes. I probably ripped a muscle, Alice, because there was a big lump here. Right? It's still there a little bit, but I think I ripped it. Look it up on PetSmart. I swear to God. Doggy diapers and sanitary pads for female dogs. They use both. But Coco, she's fixed, so I don't have to worry about that. She got to get her. I've got to get her rabies shots before we take off, and then they only give her a 1-year shot. I don't know. They gave Clyde a nationwide shot, so which is a 3-year shot. To get him another one for 3 years. Hello, everybody. Come join in on the conversation. Wookie, I swear to God, if you've got a computer, this thing is bothering me. If you got a computer, I guess I'll put it down until it rings. I don't need it on. If you've got a computer, Google it. Doggy diapers. Since that Facebook thing about that pug dog having that spider outfit on came out, now that's all the rage this year is spider outfits for your dogs. So they look like big spiders. Yeah. You know, where that dog was scaring people. And I bought these last year on clearance. At the end of the year, battery operated Christmas lights. No, I'm not going to put them up for Christmas. I'm going to put them just back there just for ambiance, along with my puck lights. See? And it's got a battery box right here. But I dropped the cover of the battery box way under there, and my grabber's in the other room. So we're going to get some battery. Oh, Lord. Oh. This, of course, is my battery box. I buy them by the bulk because you never know when you're going to be out of power. And at Home Depot this time of year, there's a 36 pack. They have them on sale. And there's another one. And another one. Hang on. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, heck, we fell on the floor. Well, one of these days I will get rechargeable batteries. But right now, I've got to see these puck lights take a lot of batteries. So let's see. Even oh, there they go. Buck is at the auction looking for a place to live. There we go. So welcome back, Wookie. Or did you go Google doggy diapers? Huh? That's why I got my Mac. I didn't know you were gone. Anyway, so no, this isn't for Christmas. This is for ambiance. But it's battery app operated. Oh, I wonder if they flash. Apparently not, but you can turn them on two ways. I've got, I don't know how many strings of these. I got them. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. I'll put it on that and see if it flashes. If they don't, that's all right. I had some lady that hit me up on Facebook. Jeez, no, apparently it doesn't flash. Let's go to the other side. I mean, they're cute, battery operated. I wish I could do the solar lights, but I haven't ordered any yet. Oh, nope, they don't flash. Well, that's a bummer. I found these. I forgot I stuck them underneath my bed, and I got bigger ones too that I'm gonna hang up. So let's turn them off and roll them up. So I got to put the back on this, but I don't want to get on the floor and get the back yet. So this is going to be a disaster taking it apart. I know, right? But that's all right. There we go. Now I'll turn this light back on. But they, at least I know they work. Well, I don't like the idea that people come in here and don't say anything and just leave. Because how do we have a conversation with, new people if they don't talk? We had 5 people in here. Now we just got 2. I imagine you 2. Unless we lost Wookie again. He never did say what we're having for supper. Anyway, but Rachel's going to bring over the pink board. She's also going to bring over the ladder so I can put up the vent and the rest of the tape down this side and the tape down the other side. And then if it's not raining. Yeah, but I mean, the conversation can always change because that's what I told them in the last live video when nobody came in for the first like 8 minutes, and I was talking and I said, come on in. I think I said that. If I didn't, well, they're going to start staying public. I'm not going to hide them because people see that we're good people and not a bunch of jerks. Maybe they don't want to see nice people. Who knows? If they want gossip, they can go to another channel. If they want to talk about RVs, if they want to talk about the state fair, if they want to talk about the RTR, if they want to talk about anything, we'll talk about almost anything except politics and religion. I mean, we got our resident mechanic, Kabuki Wookie. I wish Chris and Susie would continue coming in. But Susie's been so busy with her job, and Chris has been, busy with his gaming. So I guess we'll just have to wait till they're not busy. Well, the thing is that also when I go up there, we can all stream together, all 3 of us. I know I miss them too. I miss Kylie. And let's see. Ah, there's somebody else in here. I miss them all. Uh, it's hard when you had a nice group of people and everybody. Winter's coming though. You know, right now. You know it snowed like 3 inches in the Dakotas. In the Dakotas, that yesterday or the day before, they need to get the heck whoever is banning, they need to get the heck out of there. And I think Aja and them were kind of stuck in it because she said that's why I hate going over mountains. So they may have gotten stuck. I'll have to watch that video. That's pretty okay. BDS moved to Alberta, Canada, and it snowed up there already too. And she has got a friend that she is staying with. Yes. Yeah. So she's also you go to door store. All right, we'll be here. So I hope she said she got offered the job. So when the paperwork comes, she'll sign it. And then she'll be working. She didn't say what job it was, but she put it publicly on Facebook so I can say it here. Say it here. Someone posts something publicly, I can say it here, or if they talk in the room here, I can say it here. So it is what it is. I hope Buck finds him a shuttle or something today. So he can come in the dwelling community again. He was looking at a thing called a honey and a van. He went and looked at the van, Class B, and the guy wouldn't come down on price, and the guy also wouldn't take payments on the last $2,000. So he didn't get that one. So the honey he's supposed to go and look at, and now he's at an auction. It's a citywide auction. They're getting rid of all sorts of stuff, ambulances, fire trucks. I said, Buck, don't buy a dang fire truck. You can't sleep in it. And he'd have a darn good water tank supply, though. But but so he's going to check out the ambulances and the shuttles and stuff like that. Uh, he knows a guy that works there, so they pick him up on the way when he's ready to go. And he said he's really got to go because it's not going to be long, and he won't have a well. He'll have a place to stay, but it's not going to be permanent. It'll just be temporary. And excuse me for cutting my nails, but I broke one off and it's sharp on the edges. And then, so he's got to find something. Even if, he, I don't know. I would like to see him get a handicap one so him and Ziva wouldn't have to walk up the steps, handicap shuttle. That would be pretty sweet. I think I'm gonna get a ramp so Clyde doesn't have to climb up and down. I don't know anymore. I don't know if he saved up any more money or not, but he was going to spend about uh, $4,000. But um, if he was to buy yours, um, then that would mean a complete overhaul, and he can't physically do that. So whatever he buys has got to be in Florida, and his friends are going to help him build it out just enough so he can leave. But I think he wants a diesel engine because it's better on gas mileage. I saw these buses, and I wish I could see it now because they sold it. It's yeah. Him physically, he can't do much, so he's got to be around the people that can help him. And even if he goes to the band build, you still have to buy your own material. So, if he can buy a shuttle or a short bus, if he can buy a shuttle or a short bus, um, for $1,500 or $1,800, then he can have enough money to build it out, buy the material. So it's I pray for that man every night because if it wasn't for bad luck, he wouldn't have any luck at all. And I pray for you. I pray for uh, everybody, Chris and Susie, and I know we don't talk religion, but we can talk. We pray. I'll pray for you. And everybody's well, Susie and Chris I think are doing good. I don't know, so and I can't wait. I can't wait to see what prayer isn't a religion. Yeah, I know. It's just a spiritual belief, and that's a good thing. I can't wait to meet those two. Um, Susie and I got a surprise for Chris when I come up there. We're going to be matching. And that's all I'm going to say. Anyway, I can't wait to meet them in person. And then maybe they'll go into a live shot, a live feed with me. So we will see. I'm trying to use my arm, and the more I use it, the more it hurts, but the more flexibility I start getting. I can't do this one up much higher than that. Anyway, so also in the RV, if I can't get that bathtub in my tiny shower, I'm going to have to get something else to empty the water out. It's going to have to be something that attaches to a hose. Because this is what they give you. It's got two little spots on there you can empty. One of them is a spigot, a PVC spigot, and then they give you. I just freaked Clyde out. And then they give you this. And that's all how long it is. So I may have to get some clear hose to stick in there. I used to do that with my koi pond when I had my koi. So most of the stuff would be clear piping. But he's freaking out. He look at him. You can see him right down there. He's just trying to figure out what that noise is. Let's see if I can. Oh, he's hiding. Anyway, so Coco probably would have went nuts. She doesn't bark all that much either. So he don't care. He's laying down. He's used to it now. I don't know. So we'll have Mommy and the two C's. Clyde and Coco. I don't know. That might be it. I don't know what to change it to. I truly don't know what to change it to because we can't leave Coco out. She is just adorable though, and she'd be up here right now just licking my face. And then Mima has a potty pad out for her, and we're not going to do any potty pads in here because I don't want Clyde to get any ideas. But I'm going to have to put it there and slowly move it out and let her know that if she wants to go potty, she's going to have to go outside. Well, she goes outside anyway, but how did I get her? Well, here's the story. Mima is Rachel's mother-in-law. She's an 86-year-old little tiny Japanese woman. Bless her heart. She is so sweet. She's had Coco since Coco was a puppy. Coco's 7 years old. And she has never, ever, ever liked Mima. Mima goes to do something with her and she bites her, growls at her, whatever. So she lives with Rachel. So when I go over there, Coco pees all over the place when I come in, and she whines and cries. If she sees my car coming in the driveway, she gets all excited, and Mimo will say, "Why you get excited?" And it's because I drove in the driveway. And she lets her out the front door, and she'll greet me at my car, and she'll whine and cry till I pick her up. And then I pick her up, and she jumps on me, and I pet her and give her little massages, and she licks my face. And she says, "See, she never do that to me." And so I told Rachel, I said, she asked me one day if I, she said, "I'll send this dog home with you." And I said, "Bring it on, Mima. I'll take her if you don't want her anymore." So I got a text from Rachel the other day, and Rachel said, I just got a text that I couldn't figure out, not a text, but this not a text, but so the text reads, "Mima said you want Coco, you can come and get her." So I said, "Okay, I want her," because I told Rachel about a month ago, I said, "Mima wants to get rid of that dog, I'll take her." I said, because she loves me and she's happy with me, um and she just thinks I hung the moon. So I guess I will. Rachel's going to come over and we're going to fix the screen on the door. We're going to take the door off and then put new screening in, and then so when Coco's here, I can keep the door closed. And uh, she's sending me a bed or toys or clipping things or medicine. She needs her rabies shots in November, but I think I'll give them to her before I leave because there's a low cost shot place right down the road. She's already spayed, and she said, "If I give Coco away, I give her to you because she loved you and you love her." She said, "Coco never loved me like that." And a dog picks the person, and I don't know. Apparently, Coco has picked me to be her new mama. And she's not a yappy little dog. She just whines when I come in the door. I've got to hurry up and put everything down and pick her up. She's only 4 pounds. So no, she doesn't pee everywhere. She's got a pee pad, but I really don't want a pee pad in here because of Clyde. I don't want Clyde to start to pee in the RV. Yeah, yeah. Also, she has convulsions every once in a while, seizures. And the way to stop those from coming is about once every couple weeks, putting a little bit of Caro syrup on their food. Yeah. And so I've got to buy some Caro syrup because if I give it to Coco, got to give it to Clyde. Clyde seizes a lot too. So the doctor said, I can prescribe you some very expensive medicine. The vet told Mima this. Or you can put Karo syrup on her food every once in a while, and that'll stop the seizures. Yeah, but they don't want to give her barbiturates. We just put in Karo syrup, the normal kind that you use in cooking. So I'll buy a big bottle of clear Karo syrup, and she only eats, and this is ridiculous, she only eats chicken. This is how spoiled she is. So Meemaw boils her a whole bunch of chicken and then rips it up and then freezes it, and that's what she gives her. Well, that's fine to give her chicken, but she's got to have other nutrients as well. So I am going to, because I buy Clyde Blue Buffalo and put cheese in his, what I'm going to do is put a little bit of cheese, a little bit of chicken, and a little bit of kibble in a dish and see if she'll eat it. And then maybe buy some canned food for them. But she's going to be she's going to be she's going to be my companion. And Clyde. I think Clyde and her will get along. I took Clyde over there once. He gets along with little dogs. And he tried to get along with Zoe. He tried to play with Zoe. And Zoe went, whoop, put her paw on him and slammed him to the ground, and he wouldn't play with her after that. He would just run to the other room. Well, guess what? Coco can't do that. And Coco lives with two other dogs, does not get along with the other female dog, but gets along with the male dog. So I'm not worried about her getting along with Clyde. But I don't know how she travels, so I'm going to have some children's Benadryl with me because dogs can take Benadryl. Fingers crossed, yeah. Oh, Clyde gets on with any dog. And Coco, she'll tolerate him. They're both going to end up sleeping with me in the bed. I'm not. Zoe tolerated Clyde, but like I said, as soon as, Zoe's paw is as big as Clyde's head, and she slammed him to the ground, just plain. Zoe needed a big dog to play with, not. And she's got 3 other Great Danes to play with up there in Montana. From what I hear, they had 3 Great Danes, so she was going to be the 4th. I really do want to hear what's gone on with her. But now it says there's 2 people in here that were 3. Come on and join the conversation. The conversation will change if y'all start talking whatever you want to talk about. It maybe Bubba was sitting one day listening, and then so was Mikey Mike, and because they're busy people. And it's Friday. I don't expect a lot of people. It's probably everybody trying to get out before fall really hits. She's been staying at her daughter's driveway, and they don't have internet there, so it's a hit and miss. whether she comes in or not. So I don't know. One day she was sitting and listening, but she couldn't comment. And then the internet connection was so bad, I kept. No, she's still got her apartment, I think. I don't know though. I don't have the slightest idea. That she would have to tell you. All I know is she's been staying in her van in her daughter's driveway because that's the only way, she can get any help because it's too far for them to come and help her, and for her to stay there is the best thing. That way, she, she got the blockade thing taken out of there. It gives her, about a foot more to play with in there, and in an RV or in a van, a foot more is a lot. You can fit a lot of stuff in that foot. So I don't know. I haven't talked to her in a while since she was here last. But even in an RV, everything is prime real estate. Oh shoot! I was gonna swear. I have a fold up stool here, and it folded up with my feet on it. Almost sent me to the ground. What else was I going to tell you? We're going to clean my car out. Yeah, would have been one of those oops moments. Because if I'd have had to have the chair, I'd have slid off. But this one's, I'm not liking this chair too much, but it's better than the other chair because the back isn't reclined enough. But it's a cheap one. It's not a $150 chair. It's just a $59 chair. So, but it looks all right. So it is what it is. And then what else? There was something else I was going to tell you. And I cannot for the life of me remember what it was. Here's another thing everybody needs to remember. Reflective, people put reflectives in their window. And reflectives work better when it's further away from the source. So what I'm thinking of doing is, after I get my pink board up, is putting molding around the window and putting the Velcro or putting something on there to where the reflectives are away from the window during the winter. Well, I'm going to be in Arizona, so I'll only need that at night. But people have been putting their reflectives in the middle, and the reflectives been melting their plastic and everything else. And if you look at the instructions for the reflectives, if you put it in your roof, that works real good if you put it a foot away from the roof. Well, you can't put it a foot away in an RV, so I'm thinking more of an inch would help better. And I'm also going to cover them up with some type of thick material, maybe maybe I'll buy some fleece, because you can get fleece cheap. But I got fleece now, but it's not the right color, and my OCD butt needs That's why everything's driving me crazy. One day I went on a buying spree. I bought these curtains here, but then I had to buy the curtains there to match the curtains here. And now I'm going crazy because of this rug. And Rachel said, well, we'll start putting up the pink board. And I said, hold on. I said, that means I have to go and get a rug um, to match everything else. Because we'll have stuff moved and I can get this rug out of here. I've had it I don't know that I want to get it out of here. I think I might give it to Susie to put over her carpeting in her van because it doesn't show dirt all that much. I've had it for 8 years and it's held up tremendously. So it's just a matter of logistics. But my logistics is going to be changed here pretty quick. And also, when Zoe was here, I've got this rubber matting on my floor. It's about that thick. So you can, in the wintertime, you can walk on this floor barefoot and not have cold feet. But when Zoe was here, when she played, she moved the whole thing over, and now it's overlapping in over here. So now I've got to when everything's moved out of the way, or we're just going to have to move this thing over. It's over about that much, and I've tried to move it by myself, meaning stomping on it. You know how you do a rug, you take a rug thing, you slam it, and it stretches the rug out. Well, it won't work. So I'm also going to give my battery to Susie too, my flooded battery, because that's what she has. And she's only got one battery, and she's got 200 watts of solar. So she may be able to have more luck with 2 batteries. It's a marine battery, 115 amp hours, and it's never been discharged. It's always been full because I didn't use it over at Nana. I was always plugged in through an extension cord. So yeah, and then I'm what else? I'm gonna go to the DMV on Monday, and because I don't want to get a ticket, and ask them if they can give me an extension, if they will let me register my van and give me an extension to get it inspected because I couldn't drive it because of my shoulder and because there's 4 solar panels in my front seat. So I don't want to get a ticket driving it to go and get it inspected. And I'll take it to a place that inspects it and maybe can fix it right away if there's something that needs to be fixed. Here we don't need emissions, so I'm good. What else? I gave a couple pair of my boots away today. God, it hurt my feelings, but they're high heels and they're very thin heels. And this is as high as I'm going to go, and I'm going to absolutely painter the dog stroller for these. Those are thick heels, so I can probably stand up in them. I got a black pair just like them. But I think I'm going to start buying riding boots. So they don't have any heels. I got a pair of riding boots in there that go above my knees. They're real cute with a certain sweater, and I don't know what I did with that sweater. It matches. That's my anal thing right there. Matching, 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 matching. That's my OCD. And if it doesn't match, it kind of drives me crazy. So it's going to drive me crazy to have pink board. So what? I've been seeing some boots online that are, they look like old-fashioned boots and they're flat. Oh, rubber boots, yeah. Rain boots, yeah. But I've been seeing these boots online. They're like old-fashioned lace-up boots in the back, but they're also zipper. And they are gorgeous. And I'm thinking, do I really need a pair? Do I really? See, I'm a shoe person. Do I really need a pair? And chances are, before I leave here, I will order them. And what else? I'm going to put up a video this weekend. A bunch of little baloney stuff. And then I'll put up part 2 of Steve and Rachel's trailer renovation. Not renovation, but water damage fix. And then I think I'm going over there Sunday, and I will take a picture of what he's done so far for part 3. And now he's back to work again, so he will not be able to do much on the RV. Now, I told them they were going to give me, they have like a 12-foot awning. And he was going to give me that awning if he was going to sell it. And then not give it, but I would have bought it from him. But he what? He decided to keep the camper, especially now that he's working again. And I told Rachel, I said, you tell him he's got a couple weeks to make up his mind on whether or not he's going to let me have that awning. Because when I'm gone, I'm gone. And he can do with it what he wants. It's just the hardware, because the awning fabric went through a hurricane and in turn got tore up. So, yeah. If nothing else, I will buy an awning somewhere. I think there's 2 or 3, what do you call them? RV junkyards in Arizona. So I think I'm going to find my way to one of those and see if I can find a few things to replace a few things, like an awning. And I still have to rivet the doors on my generator. And then it's a good thing Wookie suggested that rivet gun, because I had no idea how handy that would how handy that would become. Uh, because my doors are falling off and it won't be long and my generator will be showing, and just on two of them. One of them is on the propane and one of them is on the whatever. So I can drill little holes and then stick the rivet gun in there. Boom! Rivet it together. And that way, the doors won't fall off. Or the doors will be there, but the fiberglass that's in there won't be. Because literally falling off. And I don't want it to fall off down the road, hit another car, and then boom. You know, it is what it is. But I don't want that happening. Now I'm fixing to turn my light in there because I need to get myself a little drinky poo. And if you see a mess over there, just ignore it because it's stuff that I chunked out from under the bed. Hang on. Oh, snap, crackle, pop. No pain pills, so yes, I am having a little vodka lemonade. Well, Crystal Light. It's not food, Clyde. You already had your food, baby boy, and you made a damn mess all on the floor. Oh, almost dumped it. Alrighty then. Okay. So if nothing else, I'm getting a drinky poo, yes. You got a Kmart there? All the Kmarts here closed down. What did you have to get, Wookie? And welcome back. And yes, I was getting a drinky poo. Oh. I know, I haven't shopped at Kmart since my kids were little. And more socks. Oh my. That's funny. I started using paper plates instead of styrofoam plates too because, okay, let's say I'm out in the desert and we've got a fire going and we're eating off of styrofoam plates. You can't throw the styrofoam plates in the fire because it makes big black smoke, but you can throw the paper plates in the fire. Well, we don't have Kmart's here anymore. Not anywhere near here. Not in this state anyway. Wally World has taken over the world. See, I can even scratch my head, but I can't put it in a ponytail yet. Oh, you still got Kmart's in Austin? Well, apparently people still use it. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's not in the state of Texas, I don't think. As a matter of fact, Walmart is right in front of Rachel's house. And then the old Kmart is right next to Walmart. And she's behind both of them. So I don't know if that Kmart building will ever be bought. But it doesn't matter. There's no Kmart's here in this area. There might be elsewhere in Texas in small towns, but they shut down because everybody was going to Walmart. Now, there's certain things you could buy at Kmart that were okay, like winter coats up north in Wisconsin, winter coats, socks, stuff like you just bought, Wookie. But some of their stuff is very inferior. And I don't know what happened. I truly don't know what happened. But I got a stack of paper plates in there, not styrofoam plates. Hello, whoever came in. But I want to leave as less of a footprint as I can. I'm not a, Californian fanatic, but I used to work in a styrofoam factory. I won't use styrofoam anymore. Especially, well, the way they're being made nowadays, it's not worth it. Or, I mean, Hefty used to be double laminated and laminated on the top and laminated on the bottom, and they were real strong. And now they went to single lamination, and they're weak and they break unless you buy the very expensive one, which is double lam, and nobody buys that. So that's why I think they went to single lam. You ought to see the plates that go to Mexico. Holy mackerel. It was very, very interesting. I know how styrofoam was made from one end to the other. So I won't use it anymore. And I bought a package of Hefty one day, and my daughter said, I thought you weren't going to buy Hefty anymore. And I said, well, those Mexican plates or those cheap plates, they break and you have to use two of them, and it's just not worth it. Do a video on what? I can't do a video. I can't tell you how it's made from one end to the other because I signed a non-disclosure form. So I can't tell you what the process is. I don't know if it's still valid because somebody else bought the but I can tell you what the plates are now. I can't tell you how it's made, but I can tell you that the plates are coming out. All the companies are doing the same thing, not just Hefty, but everybody else. And styrofoam is not good. It doesn't break down. It doesn't nothing. And when you burn it, it burns black. And if I was to burn a paper plate in a fire, it would be just like burning wood. So that's why I went to paper plates. Yeah, and I don't know how long that non-disclosure form was for, but I just soon keep my mouth shut about how it's made because of that. I could use plastic plates, which I do once in a while, but the ones that I bought don't have a very high side, and my food slips off of it. And a lot of these paper products now are being made with um, recycled paper. So, and I'm sure that's a very, being in the food industry for so long, or the food, whatever, for the last 15 years, I learned the sanitary way, how they clean things, how they, uh, so recycled, people go, ooh, but really the way they put, they heat it up so much that any bacteria that's in it would never live, regardless of whether it be paper or your food or your milk. Um, there's only a few diseases that can make it, and usually it's in the process afterwards. It's not before or a raw product, and that's E. coli and let me try and remember the other one because my memory is bad, which is the worst, listeria, and that comes out of your drains. Uh, so listeria is hard to come by, but if you get it, it's hard to get rid of. But yeah, I I know that a lot of things I can't comment on Silk products or Horizon products except for their good products and International Delight. The environment that they're made in is very sterile. So I can't say anything wrong about that company whatsoever because Danone, the company that owns Danone, yeah, the company that owns Danone bought uh, White Wave. That's the company that I work for. Bought them out, and now it's called Danone Wave, and it's I tell you, I mean, it's very, very, very sanitary. And if there's any question about uh, I mean, if there's any question about quality, it gets thrown away. Period. Boom. And the quality there is, well, the QC department is fantastic. They do a great job. Uh, I can't say anything bad about it. I truly can't. So I trust buying anything Horizon Organic. Uh, um, we made milk that's in a little aseptic container that was built, that was the machine that was made was so sterile, okay, that you don't have to refrigerate that milk, and it's good for anywhere from 9 months to a year. Aluminum's one of them, I promise you, because the aluminum ladder shot up. You used to get one of those telescoping ladders for $80, and now they're over 100. Well, of course. Well, think of it this way. I lived on a ranch worked on a ranch with my husband for 15 years. And now the state fair is going, and they have different breeds of cattle that are going. Some of them have marbled meat, and some of them have different other kind of meat. Angus has more marbling than, and a good steak depends on the marbling in the meat, how much fat. Now, people scoffle at the fat, and you will because you're from California. But each cattle is bred for a certain thing. And I love the fat too. I've always been a fat eater. People used to cut their fat off their steaks when I was a kid, and I'd say, "Can I have that?" Anyway, so each cattle is and they're crossbreeding to find the best cattle. Japan has fantastic, and not like they've got the land, but they've got some good cattle over there, and other countries have good cattle, and you mix it with the fantastic cattle here in the United States, and all you have to do is use the semen from one of their bulls, and then, yeah, that's Japanese. So, you use that semen in some of your cows, and it changes the DNA a little bit. I know, but it's a thing for the simple fact that if they're trying to perfect meat, then and by the way, meat prices are going to go up. They've probably gone down a little bit because cattle here in Texas people in the drought have been selling off their herds or part of their herds because they can't feed them. And as soon as the rain started coming, prices went up again. So people have been getting good hay, but there was about a 2 or 3 month period that might somewhere down the line the beef will be cheaper for a while, and then it'll go back up again. But you got to have that semen from other cattle. You've got ranches here that do nothing but black Angus cattle. That's all they do. But they've got to reach out and get from another bloodline because they can't. So they use either they borrow a bull, they rent a bull to come in, or they inject it in a female. But yes, it is a commodity. If you want the beef to continue to be good, they're going to genetically start. So on the tariffs list, all sorts of stuff on there. Yeah. I don't know where you got it. You can send it to me at mummyandclyde@gmail.com. I'd like to see it. I know aluminum's on it because aluminum shot sky high. Well, that wouldn't make you tickle, but I mean, they pay a lot of money now. Uh, yep, because during the off season months, uh, they bring in fruit from other countries. Uh, Most of it from South America or Africa or wherever, you know. I'm surprised coffee hasn't shot up yet. Yeah, from Mexico. All right. Well, I just try and drink Colombian coffee. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I'm not going to say anything else because that takes us into politics. But yes, you're right. And if you could send me that tariff list, I would like to see it myself. But I'm not going to get into politics because that starts arguments. I don't care how long it is. I mean, but yes, bovine sperm is a commodity. I imagine pig sperm, lamb sperm, any kind of sperm that could change the quality of our meat and change the, you know, where one country's got one thing perfected, we got another thing perfected, and if you put it together, it's absolute whatever. I imagine chicken sperm isn't on there. So if you want some Kobe beef, you really gonna have to pay a lot of money for that. I imagine fish is on there, aluminum, steel, uh, cotton. Oh, it's cotton season here, baby. There's cotton all over the road where they've been harvesting, and um, you can pick up raw cotton that's unmilled off the side of the road. Got a bunch of crap in it, like the hulls and stuff like that, before it goes to the gin. Pork, chicken, fish, shrimp. Yeah. Yes, sir. And it all depends on what country it's from. Average person isn't going to be able to afford the luxury of shrimp. Everything's expensive now anyway. I remember buying a loaf of bread for 33 cents, 25 cents, five for $1 when they were on sale. And then you freeze it. And then it shows the countries, doesn't it? What I would like to see that just to be knowledgeable, just so I know. Hence, one of the reasons I'm living in my RV. And I don't eat much anyway. You'd think I would, but I'm short. If I was taller, I'd be skinnier than a rail. China and the EU and some in Mexico. Oh man. But here we go. Is is England still in the European Union? I think out of that. Yeah, the one I not even gonna get into politics. Shut up, Carlos. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Okay, I will shut up. They haven't done it yet. I thought they had done it. I know they voted out of the EU. There's got to be a reason. There's got to be a reason. The world is going crazy. The whole world is going crazy. But it is what it is. Nothing you can do to change it. Anyway, there's already been tariffs on a lot of that stuff. The tariffs have just gone up. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I got a friend that lives in London. Well, he lives just outside of London. But I can ask him what he thinks about it. He's from Barbados. I was gonna go see him in Barbados, and he had to go back to London. That's why I got my passport, because I was gonna go to Barbados. And everybody says, "Well, you don't need a passport to go into the Caribbean." In Barbados, you do, because it's not owned by the United States. Because a lot of those islands out there are United States, and some of them are England, and some of them, I think, Spain or somebody may have the whatever to Barbados. What's whose name? I don't know. I I don't know. I don't have the slightest idea. Oh, Dorian. Why? Do you know him? Everybody knows Dorian. What's their name? Lawrence. No, mine's Dorian. Hey, a lot of Brits, a lot of I don't know exactly. I know his family is in Barbados, and his father is a doctor, and he's a very prominent doctor in Barbados. But He may be back in Barbados now. I mean, he was working in. It is weird, but you know, yeah, I think his family's from Barbados, and they went to England. He went to England with his mother, and then he moved back to Barbados, and then he moved back to London right before I was supposed to go to Barbados. That pissed me off because I would have liked to have seen Barbados. I may still go there. You never know. Plane ticket isn't all that expensive. But you know, when Portugal, what's so special about Portugal? I'd rather go where it's hot and there's water all around an island that's so clear that you can look down and see the little fishies swimming. Okay, Alice, have fun, honey. Enjoy them grandbabies. I'm so happy you're closer and they can come over and visit. I guess that was the smartest move. God knows what he's doing when he's doing it. And that's all I'm gonna say. Or the spirits. Whatever. Good night, honey, and thanks for coming to the chat. And we'll see you maybe tomorrow. I may do an update tomorrow on how Rachel and I and her grandson fared in getting things done. I've got to text her and say, don't forget the ladder. There's somebody else in here. Please come and speak to us. So I was talking to Buck today, Wookie, and we're talking about options on stoves. And, you know, if he gets an RV, he doesn't know, whether he wants a camp stove or a one burner stove or this, that, or the other thing. And I said, well, let me tell you what I got. I said, I got my stove on the RV, which is a 3-burner propane. I got a butane stove, 1 burner that I use. I don't use the big stove. And I've got a Coleman stove that I can use outside. He says, oh, and don't forget. I said, oh, I know. I've got an alcohol stove. So if all else fails, I'm going to eat hot food and not cold food. Does it? Maybe that's the Russians crashing in. Who knows? Facebook got hit with a whatever. Hello, whoever just came in. Come and join the conversation. Alice just left us because she had stuff to do tomorrow. Come on in and talk. Everybody off. I imagine Italia is the same way. You go to Italy and they they offer you wine there too, because they have even kids drink the wine, which is not cool, but that's the way Italians are. I am not a wine drinker. You drink me a little bit of vodka, but well, I hope you know better now and don't drink and drive, because I don't drink and drive. The only place I drink is here in Rachel's, and if I have too much at Rachel's, they'll give me a ride home, because I'm just right down the block. Because I can't walk, so they give me a ride home. Yes, you can. There's such a word as no. But you were 22 then. I'm sure you wouldn't do that now. I don't think they have Uber in Europe. I don't know what they have. If they have a drive sharing program or not. It came spiked. That's funny you call it a soda. Because somebody asked me, I'm not the smartest person in the world, but today the subjects that are coming up are subjects I know about. Somebody asked me, Nana did when I was driveway surfing, why does everybody call it soda? I said, because that's what it is. It's flavored soda. If you look on any bottle of Pepsi, Coke, any kind of soft drink, and it's a soda, it's because back in the day they would put the syrup in and then they'd come in with the soda water. So the soda water is the bubbling water or whatever, and it's got the salt added and everything else. So my grandmother used to own a deli and a soda bar that she would serve ice cream and make hamburgers or whatever. And so she would put the syrup in and then come in with the soda water. And that's why they call it soda, because that's what it actually is, flavored soda. And anything you look, it says Diet Pepsi soda. Fizzle like your mom's. Oh, she used baking soda in her water. Well, that's how they used to get things clean. I knew what you meant. Well, it's an interesting subject. Back then, uh, they made their own soaps. They made their own laundry detergents. They made, you know, uh, you show a kid now what a washing board is, they don't even know what a wringer washer was. I had to use that for years. Got my fingers stuck a couple times, about lost my hand once. But It was interesting. Those were the best washers that you ever wanted to buy. And then you take the lid off, you swing the thing in there, and you run it through the wringer. And I gotta laugh because people don't know what a wringer is. But and then you'd hang it up. There was, and that's only because my mom couldn't afford a new washer and dryer. I will. I probably won't talk to him tomorrow. He hasn't texted me yet. So I'm gonna say he hasn't bought anything. He'll be on tomorrow. I'll come on tomorrow because I want to give an update. Have a good night, Wookie, and thanks for coming. I'm gonna shut her down then if nobody else is gonna talk. Have a blessed day. Excuse me, my nose itches. Everybody, and see you next time.